You find a way, baby. Fever down. Bow, bow, bow.
Man, I think it's the next step up mentality as far as players. Our shifts keep changing. Everybody doing a different role, and so I think we all got the mentality where you give and you sacrifice, and I think that's what y'all see.
Without Caitlin Clark on the court against a Dallas Wings team eager for an upset and fresh off a crushing defeat to the Sparks the night before, everything seemed doomed. The 49-person crowd arrived expecting to see Clark play Paige Bueckers for the first time in the WNBA, but instead they witnessed something even more amazing. What transpired in those final minutes will forever alter your perception of this Fever team, and Aliyah Boston's 6 words following the game perfectly encapsulated why this victory is so important. If you agree with the Fever comment, I've got the Fever down below. Let's go.
Yeah, I think for us, it's about knowing that basketball is a game of runs. And they made their run in that third quarter. And honestly, just continue to stay composed and take it each possession at a time is something that we've been working on. And so for us, that was our focus.
The Dallas Wings knew they had something special in the works, so they made the big decision to move the game from their usual home at College Park Center to the enormous American Airlines Center where everyone could watch. Imagine this huge build-up that had the entire WNBA world talking about Clark versus Bueckers, the number 1 pick from 2024 against the top pick from 2025. This wasn't just any regular season game, this was the matchup everyone had been waiting for since draft night. Consider that for a moment. Unless you know something significant is going to happen, you don't just move a game to a 20,000-seat arena. Fans began purchasing tickets in droves, social media was going crazy, and this was going to be the match that broke attendance records and demonstrated to the world how far women's basketball has come.
Finding out this morning that we probably need to hold out again today, it really is a day-to-day thing, and I think for us, making sure that we're prioritizing her long-term health and wellness. It's anybody who's had some of these types of injuries understand that sometimes it's a process. She's a quick healer and she's been doing everything that she can to get back on the floor. So, we just want to make sure that we're hypersensitive.
The season's most anticipated showdown suddenly becomes a huge question mark as Clark's groin issue flares up 2 nights prior to the game. Thousands of fans purchased tickets just to watch these two face off, and now the primary attraction may not even play.
A disappointment for them more than anything because, you want them to see her at her best and us at our best. I hate that for fans, but at the same time, again, for us as a team and for Caitlin as a person and player, her health and wellness is the priority.
But here's
more than anything, I'm disappointed for them because you know that you want them to see her at her best and us at our best. I detest that for fans, but you also know that for us as a team and for Caitlin as a player and person, her health and well-being come first.
I think the biggest thing for us is our attention to detail in our screening. We've got to be great screeners. We got to make sure we slow down and use our screen and our spacing. We've had some games where our spacing has been poor, and that has not allowed Kelsey to get downhill, and it hasn't allowed space for Aliyah to get going either. So I think that the two most important things for us right now offensively is attention to detail and screening and spacing.
Dallas was absolutely licking their chop.
However, the fact that the Los Angeles Sparks had just completely destroyed the team the night before made the situation even more dire. Without their star leading the show, the team looked completely lost, the pace was slow, and the ball movement was awful. When Clark wasn't on the court, everything that makes Indiana dangerous basically went apart, and Aliyah Boston hardly received any touches.
Basketball.
We'll start Ari today. We'll start her and bring Sid off the bench a little bit. I don't want to take Kelsey out of what she naturally does instinctually on the wing and overload her from a point guard perspective. So with having Ari and having Sid, they'll give us a couple different looks.
When the Fever play without Clark, Dallas was licking their chops and knew exactly what happens. The offense becomes predictable, Boston is forgotten about, and the entire system collapses. This seemed like the ideal chance for the Wings to make a statement against a struggling and injured team, but this is what no one anticipated. They set a new Texas women's basketball attendance record without even guaranteeing that the main attraction would take the court. Consider what that says about the strength of this rivalry and the development of women's basketball. Even though Clark was not confirmed to play, 49 people showed up.
Charles can't finish.
Gotta finish that.
Oh, beautiful pass. McDonald counted in one.
Run.
She's getting everyone involved in ways that make you forget Clark.
Coach Stephanie White surprised everyone by starting Ari McDonald for the first time, completely altering the lineup that everyone had anticipated, and no one knew what to anticipate from this new look when the Wings entered that game believing they had a wounded animal surrounded. The situation was set for either a total catastrophe or something truly amazing, and what transpired next would disclose something about this hot team that even its closest supporters were unaware existed. The Fever don't just survive without Clark on the court, they utterly blow up right out of the gate as the first quarter begins. Ari McDonald delivers intensity that nobody saw coming, she's accelerating the pace as if her life depended on it.
Finish.
It's a big, you gotta lean in. You can't be falling away.
McDonald has been outstanding.
Here's what makes this even more amazing.
She is involving everyone in ways that will cause you to forget. Clark enters the game not even participating in Dallas, believing that their only strategy is to stop Kelsey Mitchell. Close Mitchell and watch the Fever go away, but all of a sudden they're facing McDonald's downward attack, for which they weren't prepared. She's causing total mayhem for the Wings defense and opening lanes that haven't been there all season.
You Rucan. Here comes Natasha Howard. 9-0 run for Indiana. Lexi Hull carries the three.
That
You gotta get out on her, ladies. She's shooting 51% from beyond the arc.
This is what makes it even more incredible. McDonald makes flawless field goals in the first quarter, not just making baskets but also executing deft plays that open doors for everyone else. It is rare to witness such execution, but the Fever begin the game by making their first 7 consecutive shots.